Welcome back to another episode of the Y'all Be Good podcast. This week is a very special one for me. Heather and I sit down with one of my oldest friends, someone I've known since we were kids. Around here, most people don't even know him by his real name. They simply know him as Chino. If you've spent any time around the creative community in this area, chances are you've seen his work or crossed paths with him. Whether it's photography, videography, graphic design, fashion, or just the way he carries himself, Chino has always had a unique eye for creativity. He's one of those people who can walk into a room and effortlessly stand out, not because he's trying to, but because that's just who he is. But this conversation isn't really about the cameras or the clothes. It's really about a friendship. It's about growing up together, the music that shaped us, the people who influenced us, chasing creative passions, and finding your own identity along the way. There are plenty of laughs, a lot of nostalgia, a few moments that remind me just how important it is to stay connected to the people who've been a part of your story from the very beginning. Whether you've known Chino for years or you're meeting him for the first time, I think you're going to appreciate his perspective and why so many people have admired his creativity over the years. This is Season 2, Episode 7 of the Y'all Be Good podcast. Y'all be good.
3, 2, 1, let's go!
The unks.
The unks. Mm-hmm.
Dude, are you accepting the Unk status?
Nobody calls me that.
Dude,
but,
I get called Unk on the daily.
if somebody does, I appreciate it because I only hang out with mostly my people that are in my
Appropriate
line
age?
of work. No,
No.
I hang out with some really young people. We're already rolling, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
we've been rolling
13 minutes.
since you walked in, baby boy.
Okay.
ABR, always be rolling.
Look at now you're making him
PTSD.
nervous.
I'm not nervous.
PTSD.
No, you look nervous. You're like fiddling.
Well, no.
I feel the blood coming into my my face. I
I
think just because it's like
was watching.
I think it was the DC.
It's the DC, the first thing. I was watching something that you were, because you're hosting your own podcast, like interview style.
I had started in like 2016 or 17.
Okay.
And then it didn't really get the traction that I wanted to. And like how you said, it was a lot of work.
Yeah.
And I was doing it video. And I didn't have a space to
Sure.
keep it at. So every time I would have to set it up.
Dude, that's the
Tear
worst
down.
part. That's exactly why this space is what it is, because we were doing it at our old shop.
Mm-hmm.
Every Sunday, I'd have to come with this big tub, unload everything,
Yeah.
move everything around, take everything down.
And you're kind of just using window light here. I
Yeah.
couldn't use window light. I was fighting against the window
Yeah.
in my space.
Dude, I could care less. I have actually right there in that little pack next to Heather, there's some studio lights that we used to use. I just,
Mhm.
I bought everything that I could hang them. That's why these plugs are in the ceiling. They're supposed
Just
to
for
be,
those lights.
yeah, they're supposed to be in and on, but I get to the point where I'm like, the fixation or fascination, infatuation has worn off, and it's like, we're good enough. We can keep
I was gonna
going.
say like your excitement
Mhm.
kind
the,
of
the excitement,
whittles
yeah,
down.
yeah.
The
It-
ADD sets
But
in.
we're still going.
What's that entrepreneur kind of spirit of like, oh, this would be great, and then let's do it, and then we gotta figure out, all
Yeah.
right, we can't have 5 airplanes taking off at the same time. We gotta do
Yes.
one at a time, and then let's just let it coast, and then okay, let's focus on something.
But that's what I was going to bring up. You mentioned in some video that I saw that you were starting to be a lot more comfortable in front of the camera.
Yeah,
Because you were behind the camera for a really long time.
I'm still am. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, let's start with this. You and I grew up together.
Yeah.
We've known each other for a very long time. Stop touching the microphone. All I'm going to hear on this podcast is the rumbling of the mic.
I'm not used to this. I'm always have
Wearing something?
lapels.
We have a lot of
I have fidget
ADHD
toys. Do you
kids
want
that can
some?
get you a fidget.
We got some
Do you
Nitos.
need a? Do you
I
need
got a little
Do
worm.
you want a Nito to squeeze?
What? Yeah, sure.
Dude, yeah,
don't
that's
know what
fine.
a
Can you
Nito
go get
is.
one? You're taller than me. That's a official Nito.
Yeah,
Oh
that's a
my
real
god,
Nito.
yeah, this one feels good.
Yeah.
I like that. Dude, you need to get on the Nitos right now. You can't find it anywhere, but
What's a needle train?
Nito.
This is the name of the
That's a name
That's the
brand.
name
brand.
of the brand.
So they're
okay.
made by Schilling. They are fidget toys of squishy caliber. All of them have different textures. I like the firmer ones because it stretches out your muscles right here. So give it a good,
good pump.
yeah. And then,
Yeah, my kids have a what was a popular one that's like a dumpling?
oh yeah, they are dumplings. They're
Is this
just
for me
Brand, that's
to
for you.
take home?
That's for you. Yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
thank
Everybody
you
who
so
comes on the
much.
podcast gets a Nito.
Nice ice baby.
Christina left without her Nito.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dumpling. My kids have the dumpling. And
Yeah.
it was like kind of hard for her to find it.
Yes.
They are hard. We actually just got a box of dumplings yesterday. I think they were like on back
They're
order.
hard
We
for us
found
to order too because they're
Yeah.
on back order.
You guys are really into all this.
them. But that brand, that Nito thing right there, that's the one that is really hard to find. Or go on Facebook Marketplace, look up Nito, and
what?
people are,
Selling them for $20 a pop.
dude, like just
They're like
crazy.
$3 to $4 things.
What? It's like they're hard to make or what? Like
No, they're just a fad.
It's just a fad.
okay, so
But some kids are microwaving them because they saw someone on the internet do it, and then they go to squeeze it and it explodes and then gives them like third-degree burns.
yeesh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've cut yours open?
No, when they pop or
Oh, you just,
Titan got
Yeah.
one and punctured it, we did cut it open. It's really sticky inside.
yeah. That's a tactile thing. I don't want that stickiness. I don't want to touch it.
Mhm.
But also, like, the poor kid in me is like, you can't cut your toys
Sure.
because then you don't have a
Then you
toy.
don't
And you're
have it
not getting a
anymore.
replacement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Chino, I was meeting with somebody. Oh, I was meeting with Pastor Britt this past week. You
Uh-huh.
know, Pastor Britt, and I told him that we were meeting up.
Does he
was like-
listen to the podcast?
He does. He'll catch it every once in a while.
Hey, what's up, Brett?
He'll catch it every once in a while. But he was like, "Oh, Chino, I love Chino," and then all the time will randomly bring you up or something, or people know that I have a background in church or church music, or that I've been involved in some sort of like music thing.
Yeah.
They'll always ask, "Do you know Chino?" People know Chino. You're like a legit celebrity, man.
I had to get out of Kenosha for that.
I
I
know.
couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't be at Target. Couldn't be at wherever I used to go here.
Tacos del Norte.
Yeah.
You live in Racine now?
I live in Racine yet. But I think because I did play at Journey Church for
Okay.
a very long time. How many years? Maybe close to 8 years, I think.
Okay.
I played there. And so I started there. I don't know if you were, the red carpet days. They had like red carpet all over the stage.
I left. I
And-
left Kenosha, so I don't.
Oh yeah, you were
I
gone,
don't
yeah.
know anything.
And then, so then the role of guitar player started going like up more towards the stage. And finally I was like, it ended up where like I was in the front of the stage
Sure.
playing electric lead, and which was like really different for them
Okay.
because it was like it had never been done, and it wasn't like you'd always have the singers up in front
Sure.
and the guitar players in front, and the way I would dress and being tattooed and all that was way different than
Than how it is now? Because
now
now,
now it's like that. But
no, but back then,
oh yeah,
it was a big deal.
it seemed like it was a big deal. Like people were like more dressed up for church
Sure.
and more. You wouldn't
Conservative.
I don't think you would see anybody with tattoos up there, and that was a big thing. Like people would come up to me after, like, "Hey man, it's cool that you have tattoos and you're up there," and like, I would wear
It's
leather.
cool that you're in rehab.
Yeah, and I'd be like, wearing leather jackets and stuff, and so it was like a whole thing of like the presentation of trying to be, rocky but
Sure.
in the church world. So it's like very progressive for the time.
I met Chino when he was, well, I was probably like 11. 11.
Yeah, I remember that first day we went to
No way, really?
to you guys' church because we always grew up in church. My mom was like heavily like, we got to go and all this stuff. And I remember a time where my dad wanted to stop going, but then she pulled
Yeah,
us all.
kept going.
Like my dad would drop us off sometimes. I remember that. And then eventually we all started going back. And then there was some kind of conflict. I was too young to understand what conflict happened at our church. It was actually still run by my cousin. There was some kind of conflict. I'm still to this day, I don't know what it was. And
Let's
so,
call him up. Let's see what happened.
toot, 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 toot. And then we went to your guys' church,
Yeah.
Amistad. And I remember that first day going, and it was kind of weird. Like, hey, what are we doing here? And like all this stuff, because our parents weren't like talking to us and like, hey, this is what's going on, blah, blah, blah.
Sure.
We're going to go with this. We just showed up, right? And so we show up. I don't remember the service. I remember it was like, kind of shocking to us, like new place, new people. And at the end, I always remember you and like in the back of a van, like yelling, and you guys just playing with like the other Ralph and who else? I don't know who else. The girl, Vanessa and
Yeah, it would have been totally different crew because when you guys came, that's when a lot of new people started coming by.
yeah.
Yeah, because growing up, it was probably like a pretty small youth group or whatever, and then you guys came by. I think that's when maybe Ingrid, a shout out to Ingrid in Arizona, like her
Oh, yeah.
family started coming by,
Heido too?
Heido, and so there was a lot of new faces, and that's
Yeah.
when you know how the last guest was saying you grow up and your cousins are your best friends, like
Mhm.
that's how it was growing up. Like they were all just started becoming cousins
Well, I was gonna
and
say, because like for you being at the church all the time, you
all the
had to
time.
be friends with everybody,
Yeah.
especially because your dad's position.
Sure, but it was fun too. I feel like those days were fun because
Mhm.
it was like a group of people that were all our age, all kind of into the same shenanigans. I mean, I still remember when you and Crystal started dating and like we kind of growing up going through those stages together.
Mhm.
I kind of miss that. I feel like my kids should have that too,
Yeah.
you know?
I think about that too. Like, we have to kind of force our kids to plan stuff and hang out, especially right now in summer. Like,
They just want to be home,
they, I don't think they want to be home. They just don't know how to start up a hangout.
interact.
Yeah, they're like, hey, there's this event. This Greek fest is this Saturday. You guys should go to it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, tell your friends and then a day later, did you tell your friends about it? Oh, not yet. And it's like they don't know how to like. You got to plan this, or else
Yeah.
it's not going to happen.
How many you have 2 daughters.
2 daughters.
How
yeah,
old are they now?
13 and 16.
Wow, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Even your daughters though, what are their names?
Gemavi and Ziza.
And Ziza?
Yeah,
Oh,
CYZA.
that's cool. Even your daughters, like, they're maybe because I wasn't around, but they're just, like, different like a different entity. Like, I didn't know
They're
them.
cool. That's what he's trying to say.
No, I didn't know them
No, they are
as
cool.
children. Well, they are cool, yes.
Yeah.
But I didn't know them as, like, children. I didn't know them as babies. Like,
True.
now that they're coming around, I'm like, "Oh, there are these teenagers with Chino."
Uh-huh.
Like, I don't put it together that you're a dad.
Yeah. Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess
because
so.
I've seen your oldest, and it's just like, okay, where did he come from?
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
weird, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, getting back to the creativeness of it all, you guys I feel like you and your brother Lee, they were the first ones to, like, get tattooed growing up.
My brother, yeah.
Your
Really-
brother was, right?
Yeah.
He's older than you?
Younger.
Younger.
The
Yeah.
Those younger ones.
Wait, are you the oldest?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
it's just my brother and then my half sister.
Half
Okay.
sister.
She's way younger than us. Not way younger, but she's younger than us.
Yeah.
And they live in Miami?
Yep.
Yeah.
Her and her husband. Oh, and Lee.
And Lee
Yeah,
moved there.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So my brother Lee, he's gonna love this episode. He's never gonna hear this.
He's not gonna listen. He's like, I'm gonna send it to him. I'm gonna
Yeah,
be like,
send
you
it to
need to listen to this.
So wait. Were you always did you always dress like did you always know your personal style or was it something that's
I
evolved
Style has
recently?
been a thing for me for a long time because I remember in elementary school, my you're talking about poor and stuff. So all our clothes was secondhand,
Mhm.
and my mom would go and just buy stuff at Saint Vincent or Salvation Army and all that stuff. And I remember this one day, I lived
Really?
I lived half a block from Frank Elementary School, so like the hood area and blah blah blah. And I remember I didn't want to go to school because of the jacket my mom had got me.
Mhm.
Sure.
And it was like a brown, like Air Force
Bomber jacket?
bomber jacket with like a bunch of patches. And I remember thinking, this is so like little kiddish, and has like nothing to do with our culture. Like my grandparents were not fighting in the army, like flying jets, and all that stuff it was so weird that it just came to me like why would a little going to third grade or fourth grade care about his little jacket?
No,
But I
and that's
did.
funny because your mom's thinking like, "Oh, this is a thick jacket, it's gonna keep him warm." And you're like,
It's not my
"That's not my
style, Mom.
aesthetic."
Yeah, and she forced me to do it. I went across the street. Like sat on the wall. And I was like, I think I was crying
Yeah.
because I didn't want to go to school looking like.
See, and I was big into fashion when I was a kid,
Mhm.
like how I wanted to dress, but I also was very aware of what the other kids would say because I got picked on a lot
Oh, okay.
I'm sure.
because my parents bought all my clothes from the thrift store.
Mhm.
Because we drove a old VW bus.
Okay.
All of that shit. Like now I'm like, that's all fucking cool. Like I had the
Mhm.
coolest fucking car in the neighborhood. And back then it was like that's not what the normal kids had.
Sure.
The kids like growing up, they were always about like name brand or whatever. You know, you got your clothing from a certain place that made you cool.
Yeah.
And then but the fashion part was like I knew what I wanted to wear, but I also had to be very careful about what I wore so I didn't get made fun of. And then sometimes I wouldn't care because I liked my outfit so much, but sometimes I did care because like, "Mom, I don't want this," because I got made fun of for it. Like, we went to an overnight trip and my mom bought me long underwear to wear to bed, like waffle knit long underwear,
Mhm.
and I was like, "This is not what kids wear, Mom." She's like, "But it's gonna keep you warm." I wore it, got made fun of, and I stayed up all night thinking about, like, "I'm so stupid wearing this stuff. I'm wearing long underwear, didn't sleep the whole night."
Oh,
Yeah.
Ah.
Luckily, I never went through the made fun of part because
because you were the bully.
no, I bullied some kids, but not because of clothes and stuff. But it was what was I saying? The clothes.
Yeah,
Oh no,
you
because
didn't go
Frank
through.
Elementary was not like there was no kid. We were all the same.
Yeah,
Mhm.
everyone
We're
was
all
from that neighborhood.
Yeah, we
Everyone
were all
was.
thrifting and all that stuff until then middle school came. But then at middle school, I didn't care because I was trying to be with like the punk kids, the kids listening to Nirvana, Foo Fighters, and Rage Against the Machine. Like I was trying to be part of that group, but I still had like the Latinos that would. I think the Latinos would be the ones that kind of made fun of like,
Yeah, because you're not. We just talked about this. Not from here, not from there.
yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
they wanted me to be more like, hey, you gotta get your Dickies and
Mhm.
iron, get the crease in
Dude,
them.
I tried, man. I did. I went through a middle school phase where I wanted the blue crease Dickies. I had Cortez, bro. It just didn't work.
Yeah, I had Cortezes and then the long socks and
Dude, but part of
shorts.
me remembers a time before your like fashion change. Cause I feel like you guys were really into like football and
Yeah.
sports. And then you guys got introduced to like more of like the punk scene and like, oh, this is a little more edgy.
Mhm.
And you guys transitioned. I remember Chino growing up. He had, dude, you had the collar necklace,
Yep.
like the spike collar necklace, like
Mhm.
Big
full
chains,
full on
pants.
punk style kid, man. And I don't know if even at church, because we've been involved in church in some way, shape, or form our entire life.
Mhm.
And I don't even know if it was, well, no, I do know. It wasn't very accepted
No,
at
not at all.
all. It was like, "Oh, those kids are the devil."
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because we started playing music, so that's ho because of church, we got into music and we started playing music. So then, yeah, they liked us going up there and playing music. We need musicians, and then there's these kids going
Sure.
up and playing musicians, but then now, like, "Oh, wait, look at how they're dressing, look at."
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
so, like, I got, s for the people not watching the video, air quotes, "sat down" from
Sure.
playing
That's a big thing.
a couple times
Get
because
sat down.
oh, you gotta dress up and, oh, you can't be wearing that. And the biggest thing I can remember was they because of the chokers and the chains that I would wear, they would kinda reference something from the Bible of, like, some more what's this? Samora, Gomorrah,
Oh, Sodom and
Sodom
Gomorrah?
and Gomorrah, that stuff, like, oh, they would do this, and they would see it as like, "Oh, I'm doing this because it's some kinda sexual thing," like
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
and I was like, "I'm not doing it because of that." And
You're
they're
like,
like,
"Dude, I'm 13, bro. Calm
You're like, "I
down."
yeah,
don't even know what that
yeah,
means."
I had no idea what it was, and I could tell kinda what they're referencing, but to me and they were like, "Okay, so, if you take them off, you can keep playing, or if not, you can sit down." I'm like, "I'm not taking them off." And so it was that was, like, the longest period of time where I didn't play at church because of that, and, yeah, eventually, they just kinda brought me back in because
Sure, because
Well,
they need
because
it. Yeah, they needed
it's like
you.
actions speak louder than words or than what you're like, who cares what you're wearing? Like, it
yeah,
you're teaching someone that their appearance makes them who they are,
mhm,
which in some ways you like, I want you to be confident and wear nice clothes and dress the way you want, but it should also be like you're
yeah,
a good musician, you're
But
doing
that's
what
just unfortunately, that's just the church world, man.
no,
It's just
well, I
such a,
get
like, a
that.
judgy.
I get that because I was called a heathen,
You still are by me all the
but
time.
by a small child in 1st grade,
"You're
but
going to hell, Miss Heather."
no, 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 it wasn't Miss Heather.
Oh, he was
I was the
he
child.
was your peer?
It was my peer. She was like, "You're going to hell." Okay, I don't know what that is. Please enlighten me.
yeah,
But I remember my mom, like, I wore bracelets, those rubber bracelets,
yep,
and I had them from here to here.
Oh, so
mhm,
did they.
Dude, I had all of them. I had a tan line from it, and this is as tan as I get.
yeah,
So, but I remember my mom coming up to me and she's like, "I know what those bracelets mean." And I was like, What do they mean?" She's like, "I know what they mean and I know what it means. You know what it means." I'm like, "I don't know what this means. Please enlighten me." And basically, she sent me an article or she showed me an article that was talking about how it was you get different colors mean different sexual acts. And I was like, "I don't even know what that word is. Like, what is a blowjob? What does that mean?"
yeah,
Unfortunately, now it's like, looking back as adults, it's just like, just so much of a skewed adult perspective on things
Mhm.
that they were, like, forcing.
Oh, I think it's all the news just making let's
Yeah.
make outrage.
Sure, sure, sure,
And
sure,
you know
sure.
what? Probably in some circles that was happening, but I feel like again, pork head mentality. I can afford 20 of these bracelets. So I can buy 20 bracelets and wear them all at once.
mhm,
And this is my hard-earned money. Whereas those kids are ripping those things like they were supposed to be breaking them, I guess. I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna break my bracelets so I can give someone a blowjob.
I remember at church, I do remember there was a sermon once, and it was all about AC/DC and how it was AC/DC meant, like, after
oh,
Christ, death to Christ. and like all this stuff.
Wait, what does AC/DC mean?
It's supposed to be just derived from raw power. So there's
Alternating current.
alternating current and
Direct
direct
Oh,
current.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's not death to Christ after Christ or whatever.
Mhm.
But that was kind of the mentality, especially growing up in the satanic panic for sure.
Panic.
So
Sure.
throughout like the 80s and 90s, more actually no, satanic panic happened like in the 70s when the Exorcist was coming out and stuff. It was
It
just
started there, but it went through because
it
you've got.
went all the
Do you
way
know who
through.
the West Memphis Three are?
I've heard that, but no, I don't know.
Okay,
I
so
think
they're
Zayo made a song about it actually. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
3 boys were
Yeah.
charged with the murder of 3 little boys,
Uh-huh.
and they never really had any proof except for the fact that they all dressed in black,
Uh-huh.
and they all looked very grungy, punky, gothic, and they would make, kid jokes about the devil and stuff like that. So they were deemed satanic and that this was a satanic ritual. And that happened a lot in the 90s and the 80s where like people are doing satanic sacrifices and all this other crap that
Mhm.
most likely wasn't going on.
Yeah. So you wear black or you wear
Yeah.
what they wore, you're ultimately
Yeah. So
thinking
you
the
were
same way.
satanic.
Yeah.
And that's why you could not go on stage and play your instrument for God.
Mhm.
Did you ever get like confronted about like, hey, dude, are you into Satan worship or are you on drugs? Are you on the crank?
No. No.
No,
Not
not
like
really.
from adults, but like there's like
Youth pastors.
no, like almost like peers that would come up and say, "Oh, you do drugs because you're so creative and stuff."
Oh, okay.
Because I would be posting photos that like heavily manipulated, and they were just kind of
Out
A
there.
little psychedelic
yeah.
looking.
Yeah.
So like people are like, "Oh, so like you smoke weed when you're doing this stuff and all this stuff," and like, "Oh, I'm not."
Yeah. I will say that like your creativity has always been one of those things that that's what Britt said when we sat down. He was just like, dude, tell him I said hi. And two, he was really like singing your praises. He was just like, that guy's just so creative. Like, I really enjoy just seeing what comes from his brain. And I'm not that way. Like, I feel like I can get enough creativity by just to make it work. But there are people like you and Heather, I think too, where the creativity just kind of flows through. And there are
Mhm.
times that you'll post something, and I'm like a photo or something, and I'm like, that's just wild. Like, I would never to think in that vein.
Yeah, and like how you use the word flow, it's like when you let creativity flow and it's more of a, like, I think, freedom, because I think everyone can be creative, but not everyone has the freedom to, like,
Explore it.
yeah, explore it and keep going, like, flow through the process because people are like, "Well, that's getting a little crazy. Let me stop right
Yeah.
here and,
Yeah.
like, make things normal."
But a lot of people are also afraid of messing up, so they never
Yep.
go. Because that's the
Sure.
one thing about being a creative is that people see all the end result or the middle result of all the hard work that you put into being creative.
Mhm.
Like, I've noticed like, my dad's a photographer. I have a lot of friends who are interested in photography and do it as something that they just enjoy doing.
Mhm.
And they always start off, I feel like, the same way where they're taking pictures, like something that strikes their interest, and then they manipulate it with filters on their computer or whatever, and
Mhm.
they play around with it, and they like oversaturation, undersaturation, trying to make this look just so different from the picture they actually took, and
Yeah.
then they're able to see their vision more and more. So like
Uh-huh.
a lot of people are embarrassed to show those beginning things, and so then you only see when they're like super awesome stuff.
Sure, sure,
Yeah.
sure.
And even that's art is a practice. It's always
For
changing.
sure.
It's always being pushed further. And like you
Mhm.
said, some people are afraid to push past
Mhm.
that. Like,
Yeah, I think you gotta do it a lot in your teenage years because that's the time where, like,
you have nothing else to do.
yeah, because, yeah, like, the stuff that I wore in high school is like crazy. Like, and that doing all that stuff made me learn what now. Like, I remember I did that with my hair, or I wore those type, and I'm not going to do it again, or I'm going to find a different way
hmm
to make it look.
Well, just like style too. You try different things
Mm-hmm.
and you learn what works for your body, your comfort,
Mm-hmm.
and then you look back at pictures and you see that, hindsight's 2020. Like I look back at some pictures and I'm like, "Oh my god, I loved that hoodie. I wore that hoodie every
Yeah.
flippin' day," or "I did this or I did that," and like, oh, it's a little, what does the kid say? Cringe.
Mm-hmm.
Little cringe, but at the same time, you're like, "But I was having fun."
Yeah.
And you don't get to be like, you wear clothes or you style clothes, right? Like, you always style your clothes. I wear my clothes. I don't style my clothes. I want to style my clothes. I'm just too lazy.
I think I'm in that boat where I'm a little bit more, I'll use the word neurotypical,
Mm.
where like, dude, I'll wear, like, I have 3 pairs of jeans that I cycle through, plain shirts or whatever shirt that I have. And that's literally, and I think it all kind of stems from just my overactive ADHD brain that I don't have time to think about what I'm gonna wear. I don't like, no shade on anything else. It's just like, I'm gonna put this on, I'm gonna do that, and then I gotta get to the next thing.
Yeah. It's work.
It is.
Like, I was thinking about what I'm going to wear today, and then I come in and find out it's all just audio. And then
I will take the time and I'll edit. I'll edit yours down.
No,
I'll do
so
it.
and then I brought another outfit just in case, we're going to do
A photo
something
shoot?
else. I'm just thinking extra.
well,
Yeah.
I was telling Ralph, I was like, I gotta actually think about my clothes today because Chino's coming and he's always dressed so cool. Like I watched your one video where it went to that thrift store that's only open on Thursdays.
Yeah.
I need a Thursday off, by
Oh,
the
was
way.
that with Sam? Who did you go with?
No, I've gone with so many people. I'd
Oh.
take everybody there.
Oh, dude,
Oh.
it's so cool in there.
Madam
And you can
D's.
tell that old lady is
Madam
just a
D's.
hoarder, but I love it. I love going through someone else's hoard and
Mhm.
buying stuff. But like having that ability to sort through a chaotic place like that and then find that diamond in the rough and
Yeah.
like, but you don't look at something going like, this is amazing. This is such a cool hat. It's either the statement piece or it's a part of the rest of it, Like seeing the potential in something when you're at a thrift store or whatever. Like I love going to like backwoods antique shops because you can find the coolest little diddly things. Like not that rings are diddly, but like
Mhm.
you've got all those cool ass rings with
Mhm.
the different stones in them.
Mhm.
You go somewhere where you wouldn't expect to find that, or you're not going to like just on the main street.
Yeah.
You go to these little places little pockets, and you find cool things
Yeah.
to add.
Unique pieces
Yes,
that are like yours, and they're not
Yes.
like nobody else
mass
can.
produced.
Yeah,
But that's
nobody else can
probably
have this.
the difference between like a creative and just Joe Schmo, right? Because
But I'll tell you, it's not fun.
it's not
It's
fun.
not fun for me
He
to like.
cries in the closet all the time.
Like I tried on maybe 4 different outfits this morning.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
I
trying to get.
and I take pictures of myself in the mirror to like, and I have a folder saved my looks so that I can, because I don't like that I like the outcome, but I don't like the process of like,
The compulsiveness
yeah,
of
the
it
night
all.
before, like, why am I, you know, why don't I just wear black jeans and a black shirt the
Let's
next
just
day?
wear jeans.
But like I'm in there thinking, okay, this and that and this and that. And for some reason, like that color was coming into mind. I almost had the exact same
Yeah.
colors and light jeans. But I was like, it's a little too casual. Yeah, I even brought 2 hats.
You got to do
But
what
it's
you gotta
not
do.
fun, I'll tell you that.
I also think that like I played around with the idea of wearing a ring. Like I
One ring.
like a single ring. Yeah. But at the same time, I also couldn't get it past my own
Insecurities?
my own insecurities of like trying to branch out.
Like your glasses are like something I wouldn't have thought you would wear, like those big.
These?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I always feel like he does like the little things. Like he always has, you have multiple pairs of glasses.
I have a lot
And
of
that will be
different
the
pairs.
different in his like his different style.
Yeah.
Or like his shoes. He always has different kinds of shoes.
I've been in
It's
my
just-
boot era right now. Yeah.
But it's like the shirt and the t-shirt. If he's just going out, he's not gonna think about like
No, like I was at Six Flags the other day in actually these jeans, these boots, and like just a pullover crew neck sweater that I just throw on. And I think for me right now, it's just kind of more functionality. And I've also dropped a little bit of weight, so I feel like things fit a little bit easier. I was here the other day cutting a guy's hair, and I was wearing these boots and jeans, and he was like, "Oh man, I like the way those jeans fit with those boots, like where they come down." And he was kind of a little heavier set guy, and he was like, where'd you find those jeans, or what are they? And I'm like, dude, these are Wrangler jeans from Sam's Club, bro. Like I just put them in the basket. But also because I'm a little smaller, actually Britt and I talked about this. Do you know Britt?
Come on, it's a Brit episode.
Well, I just sat down with him. He's dropping some weight right now too.
Oh yeah, I see him.
And he did mention that like he appreciates the way that clothes fit.
it's so
for sure.
I will say that as someone who's fluctuated in weight my whole life. Like biggest was probably around 200, smallest is 130.
That's a big, yeah.
I'm in the middle right now.
Okay.
Dressing is so much more fun at certain weights.
Sure, yeah, because you're not feeling the insecurity of like, is this weird here? Is this
Like,
but there is still insecurity.
but that also, yeah, because like I don't know if you feel like this, but as a woman, when I'm younger, I feel like I have to dress X, Y, and Z. Then as I get older, I have to be more conscientious about trying to look too young, trying to fit into a certain stereotype. Like I do fight with myself a lot of like looking too basic, I guess. And then and also worrying about like here, there's certain things I wear here only because of practicality. Like there's certain things I can wear here because I'm not gonna like get a hand down my shirt because little hands go down your shirt all the
Sure.
time.
Or hair.
And I was gonna say, and hair.
Yeah.
Like I can't tell you how many bras I've thrown away just in the last month because they're full of hair and I can't wear them.
Yeah.
It's like putting cactuses on. But do I want to dress more? Like I have clothing in my wardrobe that I'm like, this would be so cool to wear with this and I can do that. But I don't want to wear it here because I don't want to get full of hair.
Sure.
But I also don't go out at all.
Then you don't have much of a social life.
No, so it's like after a while I do start wearing, like I wore this vest here with a shirt underneath.
Sure.
And I almost regretted it because I put it on Monday over a dress. And instantly I was like, there's hair all over it.
Feel the hair
So I went
on it.
outside, shook it out, went inside, rolled it out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want to wear this, but I do because it makes me feel cool. Like I want that. But like a lot of men wear the same thing from birth to death. Shorts and jeans, jorts.
Yeah.
Tennis shoes, boots, t-shirt, button up, and maybe a hat. And it's always the
lot
same
of
thing
hats.
or iteration.
I see. A lot
I
of
almost
hats.
wore a hat today, but I didn't.
But like you're wearing like a fishnet top underneath your button up. Like you're adding more layers to it. You're adding interest. There's some texture.
Yeah.
There's some layers to it. And that's fun.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel like a lot of men are afraid to do. Because
Yeah.
then they'll be like, oh, you're gay.
Well, the see-through shirts are definitely a choice. Like I was in Texas this year at some point.
Yeah.
And I met up with Mondo, and Mondo's always been a little on the smaller side. He was bigger once upon a time, but he's always been a little bit more on the smaller side. And he was wearing like a knit top, and it was a button-down knit top, but it was like I don't know what it had like a full lapel, right? And it started at maybe like the third button down, and that was the top he was wearing, and it looked good. But it was also like super see-through. It was a knit top. And I was like, dude, I can see your nipples, bro. Like, but it's a choice, right?
As long
Like,
as his nipples
I
aren't
tried-
poking through.
I tried a shirt like that,
yeah,
but it has pockets on it, so it covers.
it
kind of-
covers the nips.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But it's more like designy.
But I feel like
see-through.
you've definitely worn that kind of thing before. I saw a picture of you in like a full-on black sheer top or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. It was funny because now I don't know if it's funny, but I shot a gay wedding, and
It's not funny, by the way. We don't want to get canceled.
imagine. But we, the two guys and me, ended up wearing the same type of shirt.
Oh, so but you blended in.
Yeah,
Because you don't want to stick out.
Sure.
yeah.
You want to blend
I
in
didn't do it on
seamlessly.
purpose. It was kind of a risky move. I think it could have been a little risky. Like this guy's, he's not gay and he's dressing like the gays. But
Okay.
so
Yeah.
Is it because you're afraid of being hit on?
no, it was. I didn't want to seem like
You were trying
I'm
to
like,
fit into
yeah,
the
like
I don't know, 'cause,
situation.
like-
trying hard to be like you guys.
Yeah.
You guys feel
Oh.
comfortable around.
Sure,
me.
sure,
No.
sure, sure. I can feel
Yeah.
that.
I can understand that, but at the same time, since I've seen you a bunch of times,
Mhm.
like you're just confident in
Yeah.
trying different styles out. Like you don't have a specific well, you kind of do, but it's like a broad
Yeah,
niche. Like
going a little westernish.
Yeah.
What do you wear to sleep?
Just shorts from Target.
Yeah, okay.
darn. I was
Uh,
hoping you'd be like a button-up 3-piece.
With like the silk like pajamas, like
Mhm.
actual button-down pajamas.
Mhm.
Yeah, like Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah, like that
With a
kind of
smoking
vibe.
jacket.
Yeah, dude.
Oof.
That
That'd be
would
nice.
I feel like I need to knock on your door one day, and that's what you should open the door with, like a smoking
That's the
jacket
beginning
on,
of
and
most pornographies.
I'll bring the pizza, extra sausage. For someone like you who obviously you feel confident in a lot of the things that you do or put out, is there anything that you are super insecure about though? That you don't, especially like if you're gonna wear something, you're like, maybe not that.
No,
Not super, yeah. Well, especially now because you're getting more ripped.
more ripped, and I feel like I've just done it so many times now that
Sure.
with practice, it's like because I can remember a conversation I had with a guy. Two guys came into this kind of more. It was a party, but it was like a party for like people that like almost like political looking group.
Yeah.
And these guys came in like hoodies and like street clothes. And because I overthink it, I was like overthinking, what I'm going to wear to this thing where it's like not really street, not really creative, more like,
In between somewhere.
yeah. And they came in like the way they are. And I was like, oh, these guys look so cool. And I came up to say, hey, you guys are like, how do you guys like, what's the thought process on like coming in, like just, because I was like, I was battling with what to wear. And he's like, we just wear what we want. And, he said people appreciate us because the way we dress and they come up to us and tell us, hey,
Yeah.
that's cool that you do that. And so that, I think that changed my mindset a lot of like, yeah, I'm going to get somewhere and I am going to get attention. And instead of thinking people are thinking I'm weird for dressing the way I think, I'm going to think that these guys are looking at me and kind of judging me with their eyes, but they're judging me in a good way. Like,
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah, like that
Oops,
dude's
I
cool.
could do that. Well, yeah, because I went into the bar a couple days ago, and then I got compliments for these boots
Yeah.
that I wasn't expecting from this bar because it just seemed like a Racine dive bar. And okay, cool. And I felt like, yeah, you do walk in and like, oh crap, I immediately feel like, okay, people
Yeah.
are looking at me. I was
Like you stick out.
Sure.
silk scarf on and
Yeah, like who's this
cowboy hat
guy?
on, and oh yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. But I think people appreciate that. Like, I'm telling you, as many people as I've come across that are like, oh, you know, Chino or Chino this, and because you took our original photos, right? And then some people see those and you'll come up. Everyone, yeah, no one has ever said like anything in a negative way. It's just
Right.
like, that dude's so creative. That dude is such a stylish person. Like, there's so much that goes into it.
And that's a great. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was gonna say that's such a great segue to say to see the differences from growing up and saying, "Oh, you can't dress that way," and all this
Ugh.
stuff, to now like, "Oh, you so dress so cool," and like
Yeah.
all this stuff, and like to see like that. This is where I was going all along, and
Mhm.
I had all these negative comments in the past,
Sure.
and like now I don't know if I'm joking when I say it, but like I feel like I kind of miss the negative talk or like
The judgment.
somebody's like saying
To
something.
give you some of
So give me
the
some fuel to like
fuel. Okay. All right.
like
Well, don't worry. I'll get
We
you
can
some.
knock you down a
I'll
little
get
bit if you
some.
want.
I would really want to hear like because I feel like I see some people and I feel like they have something negative to say about me, but they don't say it to me.
Oh, okay. All right.
So when you get dressed and you're
Yeah.
overthinking it,
Yeah.
are you overthinking it because you're thinking of like how people will view you, or because of how you want people to view you, or how you think people are going to view you?
Or neither, because you're like, oh, I've worn that already.
What am I thinking? It's almost like I have to. And if I don't, I let myself down. And if I'm sitting here and I wasn't 100% happy with the final,
Yeah.
I'd be like, missed opportunity. I failed.
You don't think of it as like, oh, next time I could wear it like this. It's
Like a
always,
different outfit?
yeah.
Or like,
Or like, you're like, I'm not 100% happy with this. I wish I would have worn this. Well, I'm going to do that next time I put this outfit together.
I used to, but now I think because I've been taking photos of myself with the outfits, I can go look back at them and say, okay, this worked.
Mm-hmm.
And this was kind of working. I'll do that and I'll just tweak it a little bit. Maybe it was just needed a hat or I needed this belt.
It's so interesting how your brain works, like the creativeness that goes into pretty much everything that you're doing. Because for me, like, I would feel so self-conscious about even the photos, even if they weren't gonna go anywhere, like, just me taking a picture of my outfit that day, in my brain, I don't know if this is just, like,
It's feeling
childhood trauma
conceited.
or something, yeah, it would just make me feel, like, conceited or that I'm trying too hard. There was there was one time I'm gonna throw my wife under the bus. There was one time when I was trying something, a choice, and she's like, "Oh, why are you wearing that? Who did you see wear that?" And I'm like, "Oh, well, I guess I'm not gonna do that."
Oh,
Because it wasn't me trying
no.
to impress anyone. It was just like, "Oh, I think that looks cool. I wanna try it." Like,
Yeah.
I would try it, but I think that one comment really got me that one time. Yeah.
I was going to ask you how you navigate being a dad and letting your kids have creative freedom over their bodies like that without, like, because as a dad, I'm sure too, sometimes you have girls.
Yeah, dad of
Mhm.
girls.
And I think that boys and girls should be raised the same. There's obviously differences, like the way that you explain something, like whatever, but like a lot of dads want their little girls to stay little girls, and girls, there's a really great documentary actually called Sexy Baby, and it's about girls in this generation here and then different ages really, but talking about how they are unaware of how things might be presented to the public, and they're not thinking of it as being like, "Ooh, sexy." They're
Mhm.
thinking about it like, "I wanna feel mature. I wanna do this. I wanna do that."
Yeah.
And, like, I'm not giving that documentary justice. I think it's really good. But
I like your question, though. Yeah, how do
like,
you navigate that?
because like, your daughter's still young, and she still dresses like a little girl, and
Yeah.
you've got teenagers who
Mhm.
are pushing boundaries and figuring out who they are, and
Yeah. In the beginning, it was odd to see them. Yeah, because their bodies change, and so then their clothes
just
looks
sat
different.
differently.
Yeah. So trying to think back on all that. Maybe I can't think of the past, but right now, my oldest daughter got an award in middle school. Yeah, when she was in middle school, she got an award for best dressed kid.
Cool.
But I can see that she is getting a little bit more conservative in her dress. I don't know if she's growing up or she's kind of maybe gone out and like felt too many
Eyes
eyes
on
on
her.
Eyes
her.
on her? Sure.
So now I can see that she's like,
Toning it
yeah,
down.
she's got like more t-shirts on and stuff. And so like I can tell like, yeah, she's probably like, doesn't want the attention all the time. Of like she
Mhm.
wants to dress, she knows how to dress well. and cool and quote unquote sexy, but she doesn't want to because she knows she doesn't want like
Yeah.
unk staring at her walking
Sure.
down the
Sure, sure, sure,
So I
sure.
think she's already or she's processing that all the time as well now for getting dressed. The younger one, she's more about being more girly.
Mhm.
My oldest one is more like not goth, but she's kind of in that little bit of a circle.
Alt.
Alt,
Alt,
yeah.
yeah.
Bunch of crosses and big baggy pants,
I
dark makeup.
will say, I feel like they have a pretty good, uh, for lack of a better term, like role model in your wife, Crystal, though. Because
Mhm.
Crystal, I mean, she does dress how she feels confident and comfortable, at least from the outside looking in. Like, honestly,
You've been looking.
I haven't, no, yeah, I've been looking. No, I haven't had like a relationship with Crystal since we were younger, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't really know. We didn't really keep up through that gap when I was gone. But from what I know or I see of you guys, like, yeah, there's a good like visual representation for your girls in what Crystal does or doesn't do. I feel like
Mhm.
that might have a lot to do with it for sure.
Yeah. I mean, Crystal even influenced me a lot with when she was wearing because she was wearing like it was like the 70s flare styles where
Mm.
you know I can't remember that year, but it was like flares were cool for women,
Mhm.
but then she was going with the extra more flare, tighter up in top, so it
Yeah, I
looks
love those.
She's got a big old pair of those.
Yeah.
I got 2. No, I've got I think I got 3. 3 pairs of those.
Yeah. So like that and like the free people style was getting big. And so like I try to borrow some of those looks. Like I would see like, okay, they cut the bottoms off and then there's like, threads coming down. So I did that to one of my pair of pants. So like I was like kind of like feeding off of her, like the ring stuff. She was doing the ring stuff way before I was. And yeah, the whole Western, she had like a vest like that and she wanted to do that. And
Mhm. I love vests. I have vests from back, what was it, like 2009 to 2011. I lived in vests.
yeah.
And I still have some of them. I put one of them on and I was like, if like I can button it and it fits, it's not like gaping or anything, but I was like, oh, it's so funny to see like styles come back but change dependent on the time and how things are
Hmm.
going. Like this is a lot bigger and a different style. Like all of them were cropped, the ones that I had before.
Okay.
None of them were long,
Uh-huh.
like tailored like this.
Yeah.
But also having Crystal's his, they bounce off of each other, but the kids are bouncing off of both of you too because they see you guys a make an attempt with their appearance,
Hmm.
and so it's important to them, but also like
They're also free
to express themselves.
yeah, and to try stuff.
Mhm.
Oh, that's
Bad part
good.
is that it gets expensive.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, I can imagine.
My youngest with her hair, it's like every 3 weeks she wants to do something different, like, and now she's like starting to color it herself.
Mhm.
Is it color, right?
Mhm.
It's the proper term
Yes, sir.
with like the box stuff. So like, yeah, she's like shaving her
Eyebrows.
eyebrows, and she's taking the hair off her arm, which my wife hates that she does that.
Like shaving her arms?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Who did Ingrid did that.
I do it.
Yeah, yeah.
But you can't I don't really have that much hair. Like, I'm very
I do
blonde,
it.
but I do it
You
because I
cut it
like
off?
how it feels. Because I just go like, it's like, "Ooh, so smooth."
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do
You
you?
touch my arms like that.
Oh.
No, I don't
That's
cut
my
it.
nervous tick.
Really? No, I only shave when I get tattooed.
Mm.
Hmm.
We haven't even gotten into your line of work yet. We've just been
Yeah.
talking about your style. I have
So
to
sorry.
pee so badly
Me
because our
too.
last episode went so long. We're gonna take a nice little pee break
Okay.
and we'll be right back.
This pee break brought to you by Diet Coke.
Chino,
How do
Wait,
we
who-
get to those? Well, you guys were both talking about going into something, right? Getting into podcasts. You going into hair, and your mom's paid for it, right?
Yeah.
And then you kind of interning into this spot or the access. What do you call it?
Which one?
TV access,
Public access TV?
TV. That kind of got you here, right?
To this? No, I think this was just my
Desperation. No.
Well, there's two sides of that. The first side, the obvious side, I've always been a little bit of a gearhead. Your brother always called me Chester Electronics because I had every adapter all the time in my office, in my bedroom. Like, I was just always a bit of
Yeah, you would have like, you need to plug in something here, and then you'd have a power bank there, and then just an extension, like a 30-foot extension to go like to your.
yeah, to like my computer or
Yeah.
something. So I've always been into that. Then I went into audio. I was doing music for a long time. I've always been into dabbling, but definitely very much jack of all trades, but master of none situation. And then being here, like Heather was saying, we have so many conversations with people. It was birthed out of that, just having these deep conversations.
Do you think it was also because you would grew up seeing your dad as somebody who talked and had kind of influence on people that kind of rubbed off on you too? Because I remember when you started singing, you had kind of a chest about it. Like you were
Yeah.
kind of proud, like to be in front and singing the songs and lead the people.
I don't know. I know that always worked well in my favor, especially right. Like that's your phone, bro. What a noob. Oh, what was I gonna say? I think. Well, and you guys know, putting 10,000 hours into something to really get proficient at it. I will say I got pretty proficient at leading congregational worship. Like, still to this day, even though I don't do it regularly now, but probably at the peak, like I could roll out of bed and just jump into it and be good at it. I feel like I was really good at it. And so I think I just felt confident doing it. It wasn't anything that I ever felt bashful about or like ashamed that maybe I'm not a good singer or maybe that I'm not going to do this. Even in my like the song that I didn't know all the words or all the chords to, I could still get it done, right?
Oh yeah, I was there.
Yeah, I remember you yelling at us a lot of times because it was like 4 chords, and I do remember that once, and you're like, "It's 4 chords." I was like, "Dude, I don't have time to be thinking about those chords, man." But no, I don't think that had much of any of to do with like wanting to do the podcast. I think I've always been someone who could naturally talk to someone and just communicate with someone. I've always had that kind of relationship. Unfortunately, it was always with like friends who were girls. Maybe that's why I'm like this, because I've always just been able to talk well, to hear and listen and have a full conversation. And I live for it. I really do enjoy it. Make people feel seen and that their story is valid. I feel like I like doing that. And so the podcast just kind of came naturally out of that. And
Plus,
then,
we also liked the same podcast. I feel like
yeah,
that's where he and I like when I remember our first conversation was Armchair Expert.
yeah. I
Like-
listen to a lot of podcasts. Like I hardly listen to a lot of music anymore. I listen to a lot of spoken word, even when I work out. Like people think it's
Mhm.
crazy.
Now I don't listen. I listen to TV
Oh, sure.
while I work out because I work out at home. But when I would go to the gym, it would be a podcast. But it was usually like Last Podcast on the Left or
Sure.
My Favorite Murder. So it was like dark and
Yeah.
scary. Like, but I don't know, like, because I know you've always had the experience, like you said, like as a kid, first of all, you watched your dad, and your dad has to listen to people as well as talk to them.
Sure.
So like you grew up around it. You were born into it,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah, very much so.
And so this feels like it'd just be natural.
Yeah. And I like it. It stresses me out to no end. And my wife has already told me a million times, like, you don't need to do the podcast. And part of me is like, Yes, I do. I really enjoy, like, I find true happiness, like, sitting down and having full-on conversations. I think it probably has to do with just
Post.
Oh, what?
It's everything after the talking.
Oh, yeah, the trauma, yeah, of having to, like, do all of the edit and all of that stuff. That's the part that I don't really enjoy, but don't necessarily have a big budget for this show, so we're just doing it all. But, yeah, so it works, it works. I did wanna ask, okay, did you ever have, like, a real job? I feel like
Yeah.
you didn't work, or well,
I didn't
maybe.
work for a very long time yet. I was busy doing too much stuff for the church. Like, I would do, like, the calendar stuff, and what else would I would do?
Like, as contractor or at
No,
like, on staff?
just no, free stuff,
Oh, okay.
for the church, like,
Yeah.
graphic stuff that
Y
we would do.
Oh, okay, okay.
You know, I think you remember all the flyers that we'd do. We'd print them
Probably,
out. We'd
yeah.
go around, and I'd make, like, these little custom boxes with that had, like, the whole logo and all the information, and then, like, a place where you can grab the
Oh,
postcard and stuff.
okay.
And I put a lot of work
Yeah.
into that stuff. And then now I was just get music. We'd have the band Fiasco. And
Yeah,
we'd
fiasco.
practice that a lot, and we'd try to get, little stuff to, like, record ourselves. And we did a couple shows, not as many as we should have, I guess.
But
Yep.
even that was a bit of a hot button issue because you guys, I do remember you guys doing shows, and a lot of the shows were church basements were a cool thing because at the time, I actually just listened to a podcast about that. A lot of churches were opening up their basements to, like, local punk shows and that kinda thing, and it was cool, but
I
I
went to one of those.
I that was the last time you were in a church?
Well, I don't even think it was I mean, it was a church, but it wasn't a church.
Oh,
It was
sure.
called First Friday. It was in Waukegan.
That's a church, homie.
Huh?
That's a church.
I don't think it
Anything called
was.
First Friday is a church event.
No, it definitely was a church
Oh,
event, but
okay.
I don't know if that was the church or if that was just, like, the youth group thing.
Yeah, it
'Cause,
was
like
probably just called
Oh.
the event was called
Yes,
First
yes, yes,
Friday,
yes.
yeah.
We have a First Friday every month in Racine on the streets,
On the
and
streets?
they're in the bars. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. We
Is
should
it
be there.
church bar?
A
No,
church
it's
bar.
no church.
Everything Ralph does, I'm always like, "Church?
It
Church,
is.
church."
It probably is. Oh, I was gonna ask, do you feel did any of that jade you? Do you feel jaded by any of that? Like, when having to do a lot of that kind of thing under the guise of, like, free labor. Do you feel any sort of way, like, when people come up to you now, it's like, do they want something from me, or is it just
No, right now I can pick what I want to say yes to. There's been projects that come my way that I can tell right away that they're not gonna either want it free or really reduced price.
Sure, sure, sure.
And I take a day on it and think about it and, like, nah, it's not worth
Yeah,
it for me. Because
sure.
there have been projects that have been really fulfilling that are either free or very cheap,
Yeah.
and I feel good at the end
Yes.
that I did it, and it was a fun time, and I got to meet or hang out with cool people, and it was just a, fun time.
Like coming on our podcast.
Yeah.
He's like, I thought I was getting paid for
Oh,
this."
my bad, dog. I'll take you to lunch.
Really?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
But only if you hold his hand.
That's true. Yeah,
Through the whole lunchtime?
through the whole lunch.
How am I gonna
You have to
eat?
sit on the same side of the
Can
booth
we
too.
Chino-
have burgers?
Dude, I remember once Chino and I, we went to Walmart. We like hanging out as kids. We went to Walmart and for some, I don't know if you remember this, but we decided to only speak to each other in a gibberish type of new language. We would do just random stuff.
Like Pig Latin or Ubby Dubby?
It was
No,
just
it was
just word like sounds.
Yeah.
Okay,
And,
okay.
to make people think that we were talking a different language. I don't
Yeah.
know. It was fun
It
times.
was a little edgy because I think we kind of threw in some accents in there as well. which you don't want to say on here.
Yeah,
'Cause
it could have been. It could have been. Cancel culture is a real thing now. Anyway, so getting back to the work thing.
yeah, I worked at a school. I was like after school thing, and I was like the clerk, like checking kids in and out. And then the first job that was in the creative world was during college. I went to Gateway, so we had to do intern stuff, and I did an internship for a place in the business center here in Kenosha,
Yeah.
and yeah, they liked my portfolio of work, and they had me intern for maybe 5 months, I think, and then they offered to hire me, and then I didn't finish school, and I just went straight to work, and I was doing like graphic design work because I was going to Gateway for graphic technology. And yeah, I was starting with work. Okay. Like how work started. It was because I got an interest in graphic design, and we couldn't afford Photoshop and all that stuff. And but somehow I got a computer. I got an Apple G4. We were all about the computers, right?
For sure,
As
yeah.
well. The iPod. Lee was Lee was like the one that my brother Lee was the one that like was getting into all that stuff, the computers and that. I don't know how you were. I remember you had an iMac and you
Yeah,
would come
yeah, yeah.
over and
We I had a
we would watch movie trailers on your
dude. We
computer
made a whole
over and over.
movie. You
We
don't
did,
remember?
yeah.
We filmed a movie for my high
With
school.
McGillicuddy inside of
Yeah,
it.
high school forensic science class. It was like a final or something, and they said that we could make a movie of a murder mystery and then
Yeah.
how to solve the mystery at the end
Mm.
of it. And dude, I remember
Your
that.
twin brother.
Yeah, there was a twin brother who was the killer.
But yeah, I was getting to graphic and then Lee would you went to Indian Trail and, those were, like, nerds and stuff, so they knew how to, like
Back when ITA was all nerds.
oh, it's not
Yeah,
anymore?
it's
Okay. It was yeah, a bunch of nerds knew how to, like, pirate Photoshop,
oh, sure.
so I think they would steal it from the computers, that have it on the CD, and then my brother would get me the CD of Photoshop Illustrator, and so, like, that was my world, that became my world of, like, just being on Photoshop, figuring everything out. Every slider, what does this do? What does this do? And
Yeah.
what's this extreme? And blah blah blah. Text, all this stuff, and then we finally got a big digital camera with a floppy disk in it.
I remember that thing.
Yeah, and then we take
Yeah.
photos of people and we make them like flying up in the sky with Photoshop. And so like I loved doing all that stuff, and I was like, that's where it was my flow state, right? And that's where I would live in my basement and do that and music, guitar. And then it was time for college, and I had 0 ideas of what I wanted to do. My parents had 0 idea what I was gonna do, but my mom somehow took me now that I think about it, my mom never drove, so I don't know how we got there. It was me, my brother, and my mom, and I had to go up to the thing, and I had to sign up for college. I don't know how to do any of this. I don't know what's going on. And then we just, like, find, like, you walk up to the table and, like, "This is what we offer," and, like, I was supposed to, like,
Cool.
I'll take this one.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I don't know, like, what do I do here? And then my little brother was like, hey, graphic technologies, you like Photoshop and all that stuff? You should do that. Okay. Grabbed that, signed up. And yeah, then I started, yeah, college. And I felt like I was like, I, looking back, I felt like I had an ego about it. Like, oh, I've been doing this almost all of high school, just being on my computer and like,
Yeah.
figuring stuff out. Because the classes were like, okay,
Super
starter.
elementary.
Yeah. And like,
Yes.
Basic,
and then
yeah.
I was like, oh, this is a horrible idea because I just want to get on there and start. Give me an assignment.
Yeah.
And I'll show you what I can do. But it was always like, this is what this does. If you want to change the color, do this. Like, so I learned a couple of things, but a lot of that I already
Yeah.
had learned on my own. And so I think I got a little bit of an ego of it, and like I always hated school. So then the hate of school and plus the ego of like I already all know this, like just made me miserable going to classes and all that's all that stuff. But yeah, the internship finally came in and I got the job and yeah, I was working. I
Yeah.
didn't finish college. I had like I don't know how many credits I had left. Maybe
And
like 12 or something.
and then how soon or far after that did you start your, cuz you have like a production house. So
Yeah.
Altura?
Altura means heights in Spanish. So during my internship, I didn't have a digital camera, but my brother got a Nikon digital camera and he was messing with it. I remember he took it to Texas with us to an Aliento event, a church event over there, and he was messing around with it. An event I was still doing film. They somebody hired me to do film photos.
At like the event?
Yeah,
Oh,
through I
okay.
think through Joe Contreras.
Oh, Joel?
No, is he your uncle? Passed? Did the taxes?
Oh, John.
John.
Yeah.
John Contreras. Somehow he got me into that, and then I was doing photos for the event. A lot of them came out horrible because it was, like, low lighting, and I didn't know
How to
I
mess
was
with anything.
yeah, like, to me, like, it was mostly outside stuff that I was shooting, and then that was, like, all indoors and, like, stage lighting, and I was like, bunch of stuff came out blurry and all that stuff. But anyways, my brother got us to digital, and then I started getting to digital photos, and by that time, people in my family knew that I was taking photos, film, but then once I started with the digital camera, you know, it it dominoes, right?
Yeah,
This
Mhm.
my cousin needs photos, my aunt
sure.
wants her, third wedding shot, and,
Mhm.
then the quinceañeras come up and all this stuff, so, like and then they start talking to their friends outside, I work with my aunt works with this person, they recommended me to do their photos, and that's how it gets bigger and bigger.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
So then I was doing a lot of wedding stuff, and a friend of mine who I had, like, kinda introduced to him to the DSLR cameras that you can go and shoot stuff. He was he wanted to do weddings. You know Tony Nunez?
Yes.
He did Ernie's wedding,
Okay.
and he, like, had a big scheme of, like, a camera here, 3 cameras outside, and then 1 camera, like, over here, but he didn't it was all like those, old school camcorders.
Oh, sure.
So he was, like, trying to record on all that because of the battery issues and all this stuff, like, trying to find all the cameras. And then I introduced him to DSLR, which was a lot easier and a lot cooler look, and he came and did a wedding with me. He did a highlight video, and he loved it, and then he, on his own, started doing more video of wedding stuff.
Yeah.
And then later on, we're running into each other at weddings, right? Because like, oh, they booked me for photos and they booked you for video, and now we're like together, and like more that happened more and more. Well, let's just and then we started doing corporate work together, photos, video. Like let's just merge and become one company.
Was
And
that
so
when
like
Bella Hill came about?
so yeah, that was Altura, and then Bella Hill was underneath Altura as the wedding side of stuff. So
Yeah.
Bella Hill's all wedding stuff, Altura is the corporate stuff. Yeah, and then we partnered up for that.
I feel like we run into a lot of folks here who you've shot their their
Oh, yeah?
weddings or yeah, 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 for sure.
Yeah. There's a couple that I shot their wedding in 2015, and they reached out this year to me because they have a dental practice starting in Franklin, and because I shot their wedding
Yeah.
years ago, they came back to me, and now I'm working, more
Yeah.
corporate side of stuff, doing their social media stuff for them.
You've done some decent corporate stuff, right? Like
Mhm.
you do the Gordon Food Service thing, right?
It's just their annual event that we're there for.
Sure.
Man, those guys go all out.
I've heard
man.
I've heard that those corporate gigs are cool.
Yeah.
And then well, Tony moved to Bentonville, right? Like he's working for like Walmart now or
He's
something.
working for Walmart. They wanted to I forget the story. They wanted to boost kind of their look, their image,
Yeah.
like not somewhere between or closer to a Target than a Walmart look, I guess, maybe. And then so he's helping
Don't
on that
sue us,
side.
Walmart.
Oh, they help with the sensory room too.
They did. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
Sensory. Actually, Target did. Thanks a lot, Walmart. No, kidding.
So, question:
Yes,
when you were younger
when I was young.
and your parents, they're taking care of you, they're raising you, and
Uh-huh.
you're dressing the way you want to dress,
Mhm.
and you're getting more into the arts. Did your parents encourage you a lot? No,
Nope.
they wanted you to go do something that made money
Oh, they encouraged me.
in the arts.
They encouraged me in nothing.
Nothing.
My mom was more like, "Oh yeah, well, okay, I guess I can buy you that guitar." My dad was very like, "Nah, I don't know what to do." My dad, he was quiet about everything. It would be more like joking around about stuff but like anything serious, no.
Mhm.
And if I would come up with something serious to my mom, she would laugh because I don't know, it was funny to her that her little kids were like growing up, I think. And it's like, "Oh, look at him. He's doing that." Like,
Yeah.
and she would like laugh it off like, "No, this might be something I do in the future, but he's plays guitar, like a
Yeah.
little
Oh, that's
band." And
cute. Yeah.
yeah, like
Oh,
that. So
yeah.
it always like,
Diminished you.
yes. So like my mom was like against like a lot of stuff that I did. I would like just draw stuff on my wall. And I remember drawing bats, and she was got so mad that I drew bats because they're like of the
Evil.
devil.
Yeah.
I don't who the devil made bats, and so yeah, music. Why the
Wait,
one
wait.
way?
Was she upset that you drew bats or that you drew on the walls or both?
Hmm.
Because, like, I could be like, oh, why'd you have to draw that on there? Couldn't you have drawn something nicer? Or why are you drawing on my walls and you drew bats?
I'm not sure. Maybe because I didn't have that relationship with my mom to like for her to come and hey, look at this is our like right now.
So,
If my kid did that, I'm like, all right, look at this is our house.
Yeah.
And this stuff that you're doing is kind of permanent. And then I would explain what's going on. They didn't. You just and then leave.
mm-hmm.
Or like because it wasn't the only thing I drew. I had to feel like I had drawn stuff on it. And it was in the basement. They built this rooms in the basement for us to like have. And I put up like I would find old wallpaper at Value Village and I just kind of really horribly put it onto the wall. Kind of I like Silent Hill and I was like, oh, I want to go for a Silent Hill look.
Yeah. It's kind of a creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wallpaper
Yeah.
peeling.
So I can remember my dad like telling his friends like, "Hey, look what my son did." And, like not like bashing me, but like
Like, what am I supposed to do with
These
this?
darn kids.
these kids.
Yeah.
And like nothing supportive, but nothing really negative.
Okay.
Because the biggest thing I think looking back that they were that I should be thankful for was that they still let me do my stuff. So
Mhm.
like we would play music. Like me thinking now, like how it must have been up in the living room for
Oh,
them
for
while
sure.
us playing as loud as we were playing
In the basement.
in the basement.
Not even that. The neighbors, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember Lito used to live across the street and say, "Oh, I can tell when you guys are practicing." And like I couldn't do what my parents did and just like zone out or
Zone out.
like
Yeah.
I don't know what they were doing
I
upstairs.
I literally just had this thought the other day because we live in the house now, in the house where we would do band practices and
Yeah.
stuff. And when you're upstairs and we were in that lower level, dude, I can hear a conversation
Mhm.
through the floor, let alone full on 6-piece band, 7-piece band.
Drum set, no, just like full cymbals,
Dude.
snare.
Yeah.
Through the floor or through the vents? Because, like, I've
No,
been in a
through
basement,
the
you
floor.
could hear things because of through the vents. And it was, a couple times you're like, someone would come downstairs because they knew something was going on. It was too quiet.
Yeah, no, this was through the floor.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's I will say that's kind of the bad and the good thing of that generation, or at least growing up in that generation. Because I honestly don't think my parents were ever super full on supportive of anything,
Yeah, they were
really.
like, she mentioned that her mom paid for your schooling. Like, to think of, like, how like, you can tell what your kid's gonna where your kid kinda likes to live.
Sure.
Like, my youngest, hair, makeup, nails, all that, and I have a friend who runs a hair salon, also Cut the Crap in Racine, and
I love the name of that salon.
and I've had my daughter like, "Hey, I'm gonna just drop you off there, and you just hang out, get
Sure.
a feel of it." She's, 13 years old, and she's like, "No, that's weird," and all this stuff,
Mm-mm.
and then I take her there. Okay, you're there for, like, 4 hours or something.
Go sweep and
Yeah,
hang out.
just talk and see how it is, and at the end of the day, what? She loves it. She's like, "Wow,
Really?
that's so cool,
You've
mom."
done that?
Yeah.
Man, that's
So,
cool.
We
like
talked about that with Patricia.
Oh, okay.
She
Yeah.
said, if you're interested in doing something, find a way to shadow someone
Mhm,
because there's a lot of places that don't even do internships anyway anymore.
mhm.
And then two, like you really get to a feel of something if you're shadowing someone or in it. Like I honestly think it's a shame that most kids don't get jobs in different fields because or just jobs in high school because they don't get that experience of like, oh, I'm really good at customer service. Let me see how I can incorporate this in the thing that I want to do
Mhm,
next or whatever.
mhm,
Yeah.
and I think parents should know their kid that well to know, like,
Mhm.
"Oh, you're good at this, but you don't know how to place yourself in the world for that."
Mhm.
Sure.
Like, my oldest, she's always been good at, like, putting things together in a way. Like, I think she's more like an engineering brain. She can either find stuff and just make something together. Nothing useful or practical, but, like, "Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
she's
that goes together like that."
sure.
And so, like, I'm trying to figure out, okay, where is her role in the world? And then she likes coming with me with to photo stuff and video stuff. So she'll be around and I'm trying to figure out that still because in the beginning she was like, "Oh yeah, I want to do photography like you." But now it's like then I gave her like, "Oh, here's a camera to practice." Never picked it up,
Yeah.
never did
Mhm.
anything with it. But she still likes coming with me and she still likes being in that atmosphere of like,
Okay.
okay, we're doing something creative. We're doing
Yeah.
so she likes that like let's make something. Like it's
Yeah.
always like let's
So
make
like
something.
making the backdrops and designing the
Yeah.
sets.
But it's not I'm still struggling to find like
What it
an
is.
exact thing
Yeah.
that's gonna
Mhm.
be her exact thing,
Yeah.
or is it's gonna be kind of floating around. Maybe she can just be on set like, oh, today I want to do this and then I want to do this.
Sure.
And I'm kind of a little bit like that too. Like sometimes I'm doing photos, sometimes I'm doing video, sometimes I'm just doing lighting for something. Sometimes I'm just helping carry gear, but I just like the atmosphere of
Yeah.
we're creating.
For sure, for
Mhm.
sure. I dig that.
Mhm.
To start landing the plane a little bit, what are you working on, like, currently? Do you have any big projects coming up or anything?
Like I just said with my daughter that we just kind of find stuff to create. So it's going to be July is going to be kind of a wild thing. So, okay, I'm also featured on this magazine for Kenosha. It's called the Kenosia. And then we're going to have an event July 30, crap, the last Thursday of July.
Okay.
And down here by Kenosha Tap House,
Mhm.
we're going to kind of take over the lawn and there's going to be a little event there. We have a weird, when does this come out?
This will probably be in 3 weeks
So before the event.
before the event.
All right.
The event is on the 30th.
Yeah.
This will probably be out that week of the
Okay.
20th.
We have a wild thing that we're trying to see if we can execute for the 30th. You'll have to be there to see
Okay.
the whole process.
Yeah.
I'll give you a hint. that night it's going to be a full moon. And then earlier in July, which is next week, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
And it's like 2 days from now.
It's
Okay.
2 days from now. Yeah.
This is how I just to kind of expand and go wherever and it's, say yes to things. Friday, the 3rd, I'm playing Summerfest. You guys are invited to Summerfest. Take a day off work. Hey, tickets on me. Just say my name at the front of the door. All of you guys listening, it's probably too late, but you're all invited. Tickets on me, okay? Just say my name at the door. You get it for free. Your family can come.
On Friday the 3rd.
Friday the 3rd, July 3rd. The band I'm playing with they're called Lund. I would be participating in there with them. So come out to that.
You've been playing with them for a little bit, right?
Like 3 shows.
Well, I feel like you've been around them for a while.
Yeah, because they wanted photography.
Oh, okay. You were
So-
working more behind the scenes.
Yeah. It
Okay.
started off with they did a rooftop performance. Like they covered the whole Beatles thing. I don't know if you guys.
I remember seeing about it.
Okay, so I helped out with the video, and that's how I kind of got into their circle, and then started doing photos for them, and then carried on until now they want me to play
Cool.
cowbell with them.
Cowbell.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's an instrument I can play.
Can you? It's tough.
No, actually,
tough.
no. No. My
Huh?
brother used to get so mad because I'd be like, I want to play, I want to try. And he'd be like, it's like stepbrothers, don't touch my drum set. It really is annoying when people try to just like, blah, 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 blah. So I was never given the opportunity.
It's not too late. It's
Not too late. I just barely picked it up. It's 2.
Dude, do you know how many little projects I have started? Lots. I'm also a spinster. Like I stay home all the time.
Spinster.
I never leave the house. Just come to work, just do this. And then I go home and I'm like, I used to be more of a social butterfly, like going out and doing things, but I don't know.
I do feel like you're out a lot. You're out and
I
about
was
a
going to ask
lot.
you, how do you do that without getting the burnout? Is it because you don't have a regular, you are the 9 to 5. You're not
Yes.
someone else's 9 to 5.
What my wife says is that because I am by myself a lot throughout the week, just working on editing or editing video or editing photos. So it is a lot of alone time for me that I've been trying to go out and working at cafes, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But you also get
I
your social interaction with all the events that you do.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're lacking
Uh.
in social connection. Like some people, they have to go out to events because they're home all day working or whatever.
Yeah.
But like I tell people all the time, I'm like, after work, I've depleted. That's one of the reasons why I've been thinking oh, maybe I should go on a dating website. No, I don't want to deal with all that shit. I don't want to have to entertain someone else.
Yeah. It's good to have friends.
I have friends.
A friend circle.
Well,
is-
yesterday I went to an event and I went by myself.
Mhm.
And like I said, I gave that, well, it was already recorded, right? The kid that I shouldn't have gave a beer to, I gave a beer to. And so I knew a couple people, but I didn't stick around with them for that long. And then I was just kind of wandering around by myself, drank by myself, ate by myself,
just kind of.
watched the band a little bit by myself.
See, and I can,
Said hi to a couple people that I knew, but not it wasn't in a group. I wasn't
Mhm.
by myself longer than I was with groups.
Yeah.
I was gonna say because I can do that. I can go out because that's not the same as going with a group because you kind of have to keep an eye on everyone.
Sure.
You have to check in with them. You have to entertain them sometimes. You have to be their connection. I'm fine with going out to eat by myself. I'm fine with going out and grabbing a bite to eat. I went to, I guess I drank at Captain Mike's, but I eat there. I brought food home
Mm,
because I also had the dogs in the car and I didn't want them to die in my car.
mm.
But
Good call.
yeah. But I can go out by myself, but when you're going out with people that, but you're also, again, you're at home alone a lot. So you can go out and you can be interactive with these people and be fine,
Mhm.
I guess. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but
No.
at the same time I do because I'm I know you're already, you work at home. So it's easy for you to go out and do whatever. Whereas I'm at home, my pajama pants are on as soon as I get home. There's no there's no changing. I'm done.
This Tuesday,
Yeah.
block party at La Tequiza for the Mexico game, the World Cup. Friday, Summerfest. Then Saturday, 4th of July, we're doing another thing, kind of trying to incorporate the lucha stuff. We never talked about the wrestling stuff.
Yeah, I know.
I'm big into wrestling. We were just in Monterrey like 3 weeks ago, and we watched one of the biggest lucha matches of all time. The biggest match of all time.
Was it Nacho Libre?
No, it was a mask versus mask. We'll have to go more in depth with that. Well, yeah, we're going to try and incorporate some lucha stuff with my buddies at Root City for the 4th of July parade. That's going to happen. Those are fun, but they're tiring because we have to be there super early, and I'm not a morning person.
Oh, I am.
Ugh, I hate mornings. Yeah. And then currently working with those said pediatric dentists, creating more content for them, video stuff for them. And then there's another endodontist. He does mostly root canal stuff.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
here to
Wisnova? Yeah, I had worked on there.
Okay.
Those guys are cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a cool vibe. They're kind of bro-y, but they're cool.
He's gonna
They're
hate
nice.
hearing that.
Aw.
Do you know Cody?
I don't know them. They just
had the
worked on my
earring.
mouth.
He had an earring.
I don't know.
No?
It's been a while.
Okay. Well, he's very aside from all of that he's doing, he's running that business and doing all the root canals. He's also very into men's mental health. So he wants to be producing more, I don't know what to call them yet. They're not podcasts, but they are like speaking, like he wants to talk about it
Sure.
and add visuals to it. So like we're kind of figuring that.
So it sounds like he should be on our podcast.
I know. Put me in contact with them.
He should, yeah.
Yeah,
Because we
let's do
also
it.
just had a conversation with someone else about,
Men's mental health, or
Mhm.
mental health in general too.
Yeah.
but a lot about men's mental health.
Yeah, I'd like to
we didn't
dive
even get
into
into
that.
that part with her.
Mhm.
Yeah, put me in contact with them.
Yeah.
Tell him to wear his best earring, though.
I think he only has one.
Yeah,
Oh, he
put
has
in his
two,
best
actually.
one.
Okay.
Maybe he has like a rotation of them.
No, he says he feels self-conscious about it because of the boomers kind of look at him kind of
Or like this
guy's
whippersnapper.
my teeth. What else is in July?
Sounds like you have a busy early July for sure. Like you got a lot going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
Are you making money on these events? Like how do are you getting paid just to do your work, or like these events that you're like the lucha thing, are those things that are, who is sponsoring those events? Like how
Like the 4th of July thing?
Sure, yeah.
No, that's them. They put it on. I guess I just show up to it and we text a bit about ideas that we can do.
Oh, okay. You're consulting.
Yeah.
He's not the finance guy.
Yeah.
I'm not
He's the
finance guy.
consultant.
I'm a consultant. And so like I'm part of also Art Route in Racine, which is kind of that, like the goal is to bring more creativity, arts to businesses. So like a business is run downtown. They do certain things, and then we could come in and say, okay, this is who you should talk to make something, like maybe something cool for your storefront.
Yeah.
Or you want to maybe connect with this. If you're a bookstore, there's this poet here that could do an event in the back of your room, and you can bring him
Okay.
clients. So like we network artsy people, creative people to like hopefully grow financially, get more customers and stuff. And that's also a non-paid thing
Yeah.
too.
Sure.
So all the pay stuff is
All your the job
Jobs.
stuff.
some portrait stuff that pops up.
Like when Little Line Cuts hired you.
Well, yeah.
Huh?
I think they paid me.
Oh, we paid you.
Oh, we paid
Yes.
And then like wedding stuff that I'm not promoting my wedding stuff, but I'll still take it.
Are you still doing it, but you don't
Yeah.
want too many more of it?
Yeah.
Because you're really good at it. But
I,
if you don't want to do it anymore, I won't tell people to do it.
it's tough because the money is nice, but
It's a lot of work.
And it's not as it's creative, but it's not at the same time.
Right. And I think it's mostly the people stuff that I get there and I know that I can go to a shoot and I can have fun, but then when I go there, I'm like, this is not fun.
It's
and
a stressful
Yeah.
environment.
So my dad doesn't do he's never, I think he did like 2 weddings. He didn't like it. And I can't imagine now with cell phones, like people get in the way all the freaking time now with
Sure,
their freaking
yeah.
cell phones. But he didn't like doing it because you get all these shots done, you do all the things, someone's unhappy with it
Mhm.
because insecurity of their own,
Mhm.
or Great
Yep.
Aunt Linda didn't like it, and then
Mhm.
Great Aunt Linda is gonna tell all her little friends and all her
Mhm.
friends' friends and anyone who will listen because she has nothing else going on
Mhm.
about either how rude or they did this or they did that. It was awful, blah, 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 even though everyone else likes it.
Mhm.
And
That's why my wife stopped doing makeup for that.
weddings.
Yeah, because she was like, these people I do what they want, and they themselves are insecure about
Mhm.
themselves. Like, oh no, doesn't look. They
Oh,
have
yeah.
a vision. They want to look like the Pinterest, and then you do that same thing to them, but
They don't look like the
they don't
person
look.
on
Yeah,
Pinterest.
Yeah.
then
That's
they're
why in beauty school, they told us, put your thumb over the face of the person and see if that person still likes a haircut.
yeah.
Because if they like the haircut still, then it's the haircut they like.
Mhm.
If they don't, it's because they like how that person looks overall.
Yep.
That's like, what is it? Pinterest. Is it actually a cute outfit? Or is it because that girl's covered in tattoos
Mhm.
that you like that outfit?
Yeah.
Like, because I go through that a lot. Like, I'm like, oh, that is a cute outfit. And then I put it on, I'm like, I look like I'm wearing hospital scrubs. This is not cute. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna do that. And
Yeah.
it's because of the whole everything that I liked about it.
Yeah. Like the Hollister ads, like shirtless dudes with 6 packs wearing jeans, and then you put on the jeans and
Mhm.
doesn't look as cool as
Mhm.
This is a Hollister
what's
guy.
missing.
Mhm. Or the big titties, the no titties, the whatever, the way that looks on that person.
Mhm.
But it's a lot of times the confidence too, because like I've only done wedding hair for people I know, and it's usually a friend, and I'll say to them, I will do your hair for your wedding. I'll do the test run, we'll do everything, and I can do the bridal party for a small fee. But if you don't want me to do your hair for your wedding, I don't care. Like, I won't do it.
Mhm.
It's a great way to not have to buy a gift. So I like that. But like that would be my wedding gift to them. But if they want to go with someone else, that's fine because and I don't want to advertise for weddings because people have baggage about their looks and the anxiety for the day.
Mhm.
There's a lot of messiness and I just don't want to deal with because sometimes it's not even the bride. Again, it's like the mom, the mother of the bride or the mother of the groom. And you're just like, this is not your freaking day.
Mhm.
Like, get over yourself.
Yeah.
Any wedding I've been in, I say that to some people, like, this is not my day. I will wear whatever you want me to, even if I don't like it. Like, I'm not going to say anything. You will never know if I like it or not because it's not you. It's your day. It's what
Mhm.
you want.
Yeah. And my ego, I think, again, can't handle what people are wearing to these weddings. I'm like, I'm photographing you. You should be photographing me. Like,
Stop it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
like, yeah, I wasn't expecting that for your wedding. A blue
Mhm.
suit, brown shoes. That's cool. But anyways, yeah, hire me for weddings if you need it.
Because it's a good payday.
Yeah, just pay me. What else? That's about it, bro.
So the corporate stuff, definitely you're open to all
Yeah.
that good stuff.
Yeah, because that I like because I get to take a team with me, and the team always make things fun.
Yeah.
So like
Right.
even if it's the project is not as fun and cool as we'd hope, at least we have like a good time, like bantering with each other.
Yeah.
And just like making fun of each other on set, or like
Like we do here.
yeah,
It's a good
it's
time.
all about the atmosphere. I
Yeah.
think, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
if you went to go work somewhere else, like, oh man,
Mm-hmm.
maybe this is not the right place for me.
Yeah.
But like when you find the people that you're cool to work with, then you can like do anything.
For sure.
I was gonna say, like, working here, I've never woken up in the morning going like, ugh.
About the environment.
No, 'cause,
But
like,
about the work, I
but
do
I'll,
all
yeah,
the
no, I wake
time.
up and be like, I just want to
Ugh.
lay in bed today.
Yeah, I don't want to work.
I just want to cuddle the dogs all day. But I've never been like, I don't want to go to work.
Yeah. No, I feel that. All right, Chino, I'll let you go. Thanks for coming in
Yeah.
and fidgeting with the fidget toys.
It works so well. Thank you,
Mhm.
Nido.
Get your Nidos
Yeah, don't forget yours.
wherever you get your Nidos. And hire Chino.
Hire Chino.
All the creativeness.
Yeah, I'll just say at Chino Villatoro, Instagram, Altura.co, BellaHill.com. Yeah, a
We
lot
can
of
put
stuff
those in the-
posted on Instagram.
I'll put 'em in.
Mostly on Instagram.
Yeah, definitely follow all
Well,
your socials. 'Cause
I've
there's
been liking all
very-
your videos, like I don't know what you're calling it, vlogging. I don't know. I'm not up to par with that kind of
Just reels.
just
Yeah,
reels. I
just-
like watching them.
I like them
Thank you.
too. Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. Branching out, trying different things. I see you. I see
Mhm.
you.
I was like, oh, they're having a party. I want to go to a party. No, that means I have to get dressed.
Yeah, that's true. All right, buddy. Have a good Sunday.
All right.
Peace out.
See ya.
Bye.
Let's go.
Well, that's a wrap for today's episode of Y'all Be Good. And as always, a reminder that we are a project of Little Lion Cuts. We hope you've enjoyed these stories just as much as we have enjoyed sharing them. Every family has a story, and we're just grateful that we get to hear yours too. If you've enjoyed today's episode and you think someone else might need to hear it, don't forget to share this podcast with them. And hey, while you're at it, be sure to subscribe and leave us a review. That really does go a long way. You definitely don't want to miss out on any of the real, raw, and inspiring conversations we've got lined up. And we'd love to hear your stories too. So go ahead and find us on Instagram at Y'all Be Good Pod, or drop us a message with your thoughts. And until next time, y'all be good.